It was in the early hours of Sunday morning that the word excruciating came into my mind. I'm not even sure how it popped into my thinking, but there it was. And before I knew it, in my kind of semi-sleepy state, my mind was beginning to wonder if there was some kind of connection between the word excruciating and the word crucifixion. And indeed, when I looked it up, I discovered that there is a very direct link. The word excruciating carries within it a hidden memory of the Roman torture method of crucifixion. Excruciating comes from the two Latin words ex and cruce, meaning out of the cross. To describe something as excruciating is to say this feels like crucifixion, which was not just any kind of suffering, but suffering in its most raw, public, and humiliating form. Now, coming to Matthew's description of the crucifixion of Jesus, he includes a description that, or a detail that no other gospel includes. He tells us that at the moment of Jesus' death, the earth shakes, rocks split open, tombs are opened, and dead people come out of the tombs. Matthew is telling us in symbolic language that this is not just another execution. It is an earth-shattering moment, a moment that he believes shakes the very foundations of reality, or at the very least, it shakes the foundations of reality as we human beings have made it. Secondly, at the center of it all, according to Matthew, nailed above the head of Jesus is the sign, "This is Jesus, the King of the Jews." Now, we find that in the other Gospels as well. On one level, it's a charge, a political accusation. Rome crucifies those who threaten its order. To claim kingship is to rival Caesar. The sign is meant as a mockery, a warning. This is what happens to your kings. But there's a paradox in the sign. The sign speaks the truth, but seemingly no one there understands it. The soldiers mock him. The passers-by deride him. The religious leaders sneer. He's the king of Israel. Let him come down from the cross. And they mean it as ridicule. But Matthew invites us to see it differently. For what kind of king is this? Not one who rules by force, but one who reigns in love from a cross. Over the course of Matthew's gospel, the question has always been, what does it mean that Jesus is king in the line of David? And here is Matthew's answer. His throne is the cross. His crown is his sharing in the suffering of the world. And his power is self-giving love. And strangely, the final confession, the confession of faith, one could say, comes not from a disciple, but from a Roman centurion. Truly, this was the Son of God. It's an interesting confession because Caesar, the Roman emperor, was also referred to by this title, the Son of God, or the Son of the Gods. What is happening here is a change of allegiance. The Roman centurion is in effect saying, no, it is not Caesar with all his military might who is the true Son of God. No, it is this Jesus, this crucified one, who is the true representative of heaven. It is this Jesus who is the true Son of God. If excruciating means out of the cross, then what emerges from the suffering of Christ's crucifixion is not simply more meaningless suffering, but the kind of suffering that gives birth to a divine love that has the power to change the world, to shake the world at its foundations. And so the crucifixion story in Matthew invites us not only to witness the cross, but to read the sign anew, not as Rome intended it, nor as the crowd misunderstood it, but as a strange and a holy truth. This is your King. This is the true representative of heaven, the Son of God, not Caesar in all his military power, pomp, and ceremony. And where does our allegiance lie? That's the question. With Jesus, the crucified one, or with Caesar? And that's the choice that Matthew's gospel invites us to make. Caesar or Jesus? Where does our allegiance lie? Amen. Just some food for thought. God bless.